Okay, well, we've looked at Greek sources on our Lord Jesus, the historicity of him, Greek and other sources, Syrian, etc. Now we're going to turn to rabbinical sources. Ancient rabbinical references to Yeshua, Jesus. Of all the ancient historical sources for Jesus of Nazareth, the least favorably biased would have to be the rabbinic in origin. There are actually quite a large number of such references to Jesus of Nazareth. The problem with the rabbinical writings is that they use names like such and so, or that man, when they refer to Jesus of Nazareth, and consequently some of the references are considered to be unreliable. During the Middle Ages and the early Renaissance, the Talmud and Midrash were cleaned up with the removal of most of the references to Jesus of Nazareth. And as expected, the remaining references to Jesus are unflattering. However, they do verify a number of important historical facts that the Gospels proclaim regarding Jesus of Nazareth. As mentioned earlier by Shlomo Pines, no one doubted that Jesus was an historical figure, up till about 200 or 300 years ago. The myth theory was created and perpetuated by atheists and agnostics, embraced by mainstream Judaism during the Renaissance. In the Babylonian Talmud, which was compiled between 200 and 500 CE in Sanhedrin 43a, there is a fascinating reference to Jesus of Nazareth. It has been taught on the Eve of Passover that they hanged Yeshua, and an announcer went out in front of him for 40 days saying, "He is going to be stoned," because he practiced sorcery and enticed and led Israel astray. Anyone who knows anything in his favor, let him come and plead in his behalf. But not having found anything in his favor, they hanged him on the eve of Passover. And this is considered to be one of the very reliable rabbinic references to Yeshua. The writer here verifies that Jesus of Nazareth was a historical figure, that he was crucified on the eve of Passover, and that he did miracles referred to as sorcery. The supernatural events surrounding the life of Jesus were not denied. The supernatural events surrounding the life of Jesus were not denied, but verified. The miracles of Jesus were simply explained away as being faith and the miracle of as being faith. The miracles of Jesus were simply explained away as being from a demonic source, i.e., sorcery. According to Jewish law, it is illegal to perform capital punishment on the eve of Passover. However, this record verifies something that we wouldn't expect to find in a rabbinical source: the fact that Sanhedrin acted illegally in condemning and crucifying Jesus on Passover. Consequently, this reference is not even more valuable in terms of validating the historicity of Jesus. Certainly, if any passage should have been edited from the Talmud, it should have been this one. The fact that a passage which points out an illegal action was retained in the Talmud makes it a credible and valuable source for historicity of Jesus. In the Talmud Sanhedrin 43a, it states, our rabbis taught that Yeshua had 5 disciples: Mati, Naki, Netzur, Verni, Toda. Now, one of these names we can recognize, Mati, the disciple named Matthew. Again, it is considered by historians to be another reliable reference in the Talmud for the historicity of Jesus of Nazareth. That's the first set of rabbis, and that one is from Talmud Tractate Sanhedrin 43a. Yaakov be with you.